From its inception in 19 BBY, the Galactic Empire suffered numerous setbacks, losses, and speed bumps. However, by far, the most damning failures in galactic history took place over the span of a mere 2 weeks. I'm Soup Wistine with Galactic Mid-Rim News, and I will tell you all about these failures in greater detail. One sunny day on Coruscant, ISB Supervisor Lonnie Young revealed to Rebel spy Luthen Rail the full explanation of the Death Star, including details about the Gorman massacre, Scarif, and Director Krennic. Hours later, he was found dead on a park bench, just like this one. The Imperial Security Bureau, the Empire's secret police, made 3 separate attempts to contain the security breach, and all they had to show for it was 2 dead ISB supervisors, another imprisoned for treason, and the suicide of ISB Control Board Chair Leo Partagaz. And the information about Stardust reached the rebels when nothing useful was gleaned from the downfall of the Axis intelligence network. Within the same time frame, an Imperial scientist sent details regarding a structural flaw in the Death Star's design to the partisans on Jedha. The Empire fired the Death Star at the planet to contain the breach, but the information was successfully brought back to Yavin. In addition, the scientist, Galen Erso, was killed during an audacious rebel airstrike on Eju, where the Science Division was headquartered. Based on this information, the rebels launched a daring raid on Scarif, the top-secret Imperial archive facility, to discover the weaknesses in the Death Star. The rebels succeeded, broadcasting the data to the rebel fleet before the Death Star destroyed Scarif, killing Director Krennic. The concurrent space battle destroyed 2 Imperial Star Destroyers and resulted in over 100,000 Imperial casualties. Meanwhile, the rebel corvette Tantive 4 escaped with the data on the Death Star. While Princess Leia of Alderaan was captured by Darth Vader, the data escaped yet again in an escape pod that landed on Tatooine, where the droids C-3PO and R2-D2 reached the old Jedi Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Kenobi, with the aid of Vader's son Luke and an opportunistic smuggler, successfully infiltrated the Death Star, retrieved Princess Leia, and escaped back to Yavin. Finally, the Death Star moved to destroy the rebel base on Yavin, but was destroyed by a teenager using only his knowledge of the battle station's structural weaknesses. In the course of less than 2 weeks, the Empire suffered 2 massive and independent security breaches that handed its most vital military secret to the rebels. Next, the Imperial Security Bureau, which had brilliantly engineered Imperial counterintelligence coups and covered up huge military operations, was absolutely gutted. In the ISB Control Board alone, 2 supervisors were killed, another arrested for treason, and their boss shot himself rather than be interrogated for his failures. And when the Death Star was finally destroyed, its director, Colonel Yularen, was killed, effectively ending the continued usefulness of the ISB. The loss of the Death Star alone was a devastating blow to the Empire. The battle station had taken nearly 20 years to build, cost trillions of credits, and housed well over 1 million crew. As a flagship of the Imperial High Command, the cost only got higher. Among the dead were the vast majority of the Joint Chiefs, Colonel Yularen of ISB, and Grand Moff Tarkin, the right hand of Emperor Palpatine. Before the events of Yavin, both the director of the Death Star project and its chief scientist were also killed, severely limiting the ability of the Empire to build another one. The Battle of Yavin absolutely crippled the Imperial economy, as fear, doubt, and indecision took hold in the hearts of all across the Empire. These feelings extended to the entire population of the galaxy, and with renewed courage, rebellions began in earnest throughout the Empire. In more ways than one, Yavin marked the beginning of the Galactic Civil War that would burn the Empire to ashes. This battle was so remarkable that it reset the galaxy's calendars.